Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322. and this video is going to show the fastest cars made by the in-game manufacturer Obey in terms of lap time. As always, the position counter is in the top left with the best lap time the vehicle achieved in the top right, and since it's more for interest purposes rather than anything functional, non-raceable cars are included in this list. Also, as the title says, this is cars only, there's no bikes, planes or anything else here. This video only focuses on track performance, so if you're interested in top speed, where braking, cornering and acceleration aren't relevant, check the link in the description for the top speed testing series, and if you want to know more information about this testing, including the extent to which it's accurate and how useful it is for you personally, have a read of the full description as everything that you need is in there. This video lists all Obey cars and is correct as of the Los Santos Tuners update. For any vehicles added after that or other classes of cars, check the playlist linked in the second line of the description, and feel free to check out my Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want to support this work and get testing results of any new cars a little bit early. So Obey is obviously the in-game version of Audi, and they don't really make anything in GTA that lights up a class. There's no sort of top contenders, but they do have a diverse array of cars with many different handling styles. For example, the Tailgater S is quite similar to the regular Tailgater in that they're more traction oriented, and then you have sort of the Rakoto that we saw first, which is, you know, your sort of usual SUV that doesn't really have much traction but is pretty good in terms of four-wheel drive and certainly being able to get up mountains. Now, the Omnis is my favourite car to drive in the entire game, especially for rally races. It's so nice to dance it around the corners. Even though it's only in 5th place for the vehicles that Obey make, it's my number one, and it's just what a wonderful car. And if you ever have the chance to drive an Omnis, you just got to take it, even buying one and just giving it a go, because like I say, it's just so much fun to dance around the corners when you're sort of getting the back end out a little bit. But I had to mention the Omnis. You know, I can't just make a video about Obey vehicles and not wax lyrical about the Omnis. So we've got the 9Fs in 3rd and 2nd places. They're pretty much exactly the same. They do have slightly different handling characteristics because of the place that the engine is in the 9F Cabrio in comparison to the regular 9F, but they get the same lap time regardless, so you can take either one, whether you get the 9F or the 9F Cabrio. They are two separate, vehicles and models in the game, but they're not that great in terms of the sports class, and ultimately they are beaten as far as vehicles made by Obey goes with the 8F, which is a little bit better for the sports class. In 21st place, it doesn't manage to make it into the top 20, and it's okay. A 1 minute 3.5 lap time is a pretty respectable lap time, and that's a good lap time for the top end of sports cars in the past. But things have moved on now, obviously, and like I said at the very start, Obey have just never been a brand that has made sort of top contenders when it comes to class specific racing. They make okay cars, they're alright, but they're just nothing special. And for the comparison at the end, I felt it was only right to include the Tailgater and the Tailgater S. They're pretty evenly matched, especially in the first part of the lap where it's sort of more about the traction that they have, and the regular Tailgater does have some really, really good traction. When we're talking about sedan races, or at least the old style of sedan races, there was always the regular shafter at the top of the pack, and then the Tailgater was second. Now that things have moved on, we've had the Shafter V12 at the top of sedan races for a long time, and the Tailgater S is now in second. So it's basically the same story, where the regular Shafter was always better for top speed and straight line speed, and the regular Tailgater was the traction monster. They introduced the Shafter V12, which you can use in sedan races, that is a top speed monster. So now they've introduced a Tailgater S, which is a little bit quicker but mostly gets its lap time through, again, higher traction. And obviously when you're comparing it to the old generation of top sedans, it's just a night and day difference, with a 6 second per lap difference between the Tailgater S and the regular Tailgater, and you'd see the same sort of difference between the Shafter V12 and the regular Shafter. So they're basically the same sort of cars, just a little bit quicker now. And that's pretty much it for this one. Consider supporting on Patreon or become a YouTube member if you want testing results early. And remember to read the description for more info, comment with your thoughts, like the video if you enjoyed or found it helpful, and subscribe for more. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.